There are conversations happening right now about you, conversations you have not heard, in places you have never walked, among people you have never met. Your name is echoing in boardrooms, in offices, in divine meetings, in opportunities you haven't even applied for yet. The world is preparing a seat with your name on it. And the beautiful truth is this: you don't have to be present for your influence to arrive before you do. That is how destiny works. Your preparation builds a reputation that travels ahead of you. So don't be fooled by where you are right now. Don't be discouraged by what it looks like today. Something is shifting in the unseen. God is orchestrating greatness behind the curtain of your life. Everywhere you go in life, there is one thing that travels faster than your footsteps, one thing that echoes louder than your introduction, and that is your gift. People may not know your name. They may not recognize your face, but the moment they encounter the excellence of your gift, they cannot ignore you. That is why you must understand that your gift is bigger than your RA summit, bigger than your title, bigger than the neighborhood you come from, and even bigger than the circumstances surrounding you right now. Think about it. Have you ever heard a song on the radio that touched your heart so deeply, but you had no idea who the singer was? The song spoke before the artist showed up. That is exactly how your gift works. It announces you in places you have not yet walked. Your talent, your skill, your ability, when polished and sharpened, will go ahead of you and whisper your name in rooms you never thought you could enter. Many of us make the mistake of believing that success is about who you know. But the truth is, real success is about what you carry inside of you. Connections may open a door, but only your gift will keep you in the room. That is why you must never neglect the treasure you have been given. The problem is not whether you have a gift. The problem is whether you have discovered it, developed it, and decided to discipline yourself enough to perfect it. Let's take a simple example. Imagine a young man who loves to cook. At first, he makes meals just for himself, experimenting in his kitchen. Then one day, he prepares a dish for his neighbor. That neighbor tells a friend, and soon people from across town are showing up at his door just to taste what he has prepared. He has no advertising budget, no famous family name, no platform, but his gift is speaking for him. That meal carried his reputation further than his voice ever could. Your life is the same. If you are faithful with the little you have now, your gift will create echoes in places you have not entered. If you write, keep writing. If you sing, keep singing. If you build, keep building. If you lead, keep leading. Never despise the small moments, because small moments prepare you for great stages. A gift is like a seed. It doesn't look like much in your hand, but once you cultivate it, it becomes a tree that provides shade for nations. Do you know why many people never see their gift create opportunities for them? It's because they bury it under fear, under laziness, under doubt. They convince themselves they are not good enough, that nobody will notice, that the world is too crowded. But let me tell you this: the world has never heard your voice, never seen your exact perspective, never touched your exact gift. You are original, and originality has a sound that cannot be silenced. The secret is in discipline. A gift that is not sharpened becomes a burden. A voice that is not trained becomes noise. A skill that is not refined becomes wasted potential. Every day you wake up, you have the choice to either sharpen your gift or let it rust. Don't wait for an audience to perfect your craft. Do it now, in the quiet, when no one is watching, because when your moment comes, there won't be time to rehearse. You will need to deliver. Consider the story of a basketball player practicing in an empty gym. Nobody is watching, nobody is cheering, nobody is paying him for the sweat dripping off his forehead. But when the lights come on, when the stadium fills, when the ball is passed into his hands, all those lonely hours of practice speak through him. People clap, commentators shout his name, contracts are offered. But what really spoke for him was the gift he refused to neglect in private. It's the same with you. That business idea you have, that skill you've been hiding, that creative spark you've been pushing aside because of fear, it's not just for you. Your gift was never meant to stay locked up inside your head or buried in your heart. It was meant to serve others, to solve problems, to meet needs. The world is hungry for what you carry, but they cannot taste it until you serve it. And here's the beauty: you don't have to fight for attention when you walk in your gift. You don't have to beg for recognition. Excellence is magnetic. Authenticity attracts. When you step into your gift and you steward it well, people will look for you. Opportunities will chase you. Your name will appear in conversations of people you've never met. Someone will say, "I know the perfect person for this," and that person will be you. So stop underestimating what you carry. Stop comparing your gift to others. A diamond doesn't look like much when it's still in the dirt, but once it's cut and polished, kings desire it. You are that diamond. Your gift is the light waiting to shine. And the day you decide to fully invest in it is the day you activate doors you never knew existed. There are seasons in life when you will feel like nothing is moving, like your progress is slow, like doors are closed and opportunities are scarce. You may look around and think, "I'm doing everything right, I'm working hard, I'm showing up, but why does it seem like nobody sees me?" What you don't realize is that favor has already gone ahead of you. Favor moves quicker than your steps. It carries your name into places your resume has never touched and into rooms your voice has never spoken. Think about this. You cannot physically be in more than one place at a time, but your reputation can. Your character can. The impression you left on someone 5 years ago can travel into a room today and speak louder than you standing there in person. That is the power of favor. It is the invisible endorsement that precedes you. While you are asleep at night, favor is awake, knocking on doors on your behalf. While you are sitting in a small office, favor is standing in a boardroom speaking your name. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a woman working at a small cafe. She serves with a smile, treats every customer with kindness, and never cuts corners. To her, it's just another shift. To the customer she serves, it's an unforgettable experience. That customer walks out, goes back to their office, and tells a business partner, I just met the most incredible young woman today. Her attitude, her work ethic, her energy, you've got to meet her. The woman in the cafe has no idea that her name is being spoken in a corporate office while she's still wiping tables. That's what favor looks like. It leaps ahead of you. This is why it's so important never to underestimate small beginnings. Sometimes we complain about where we are, not realizing that where we are is the seedbed of where we are going. That one project you finished with excellence, that one task you didn't think mattered, that one act of integrity you thought no one saw, those are the very moments that release favor to travel ahead of you. You may think nobody noticed, but somebody did. And that somebody has influence you don't even know about. Favor has no respect for time zones, degrees, or family backgrounds. It can take you from obscurity to visibility overnight. You don't have to compete for it. You don't have to manipulate people to get it. You don't have to beg for recognition. When favor rests on you, conversations about you begin that you didn't arrange. Your name gets placed on lists you didn't sign up for. Opportunities begin to look for you instead of you chasing them. Have you ever wondered why some people step into positions they didn't even apply for? Why doors open that seem too big for them? It's not because they forced their way in. It's because favor spoke on their behalf. A teacher mentioned their name in a principal's meeting. A manager recalled their integrity in a leadership discussion. A stranger remembered their kindness in a moment of need. That's how favor works. It turns ordinary interactions into extraordinary connections. And here's the truth. Favor does not move at the speed of your effort. It moves at the speed of destiny. While you are still catching up, favor is running ahead. While you are walking, favor is already standing in the room, arranging a seat for you. This means you don't have to stress yourself trying to be everywhere, trying to be seen by everyone, trying to prove yourself to anybody. Your responsibility is to remain excellent where you are, and favor will carry your name where you cannot go. Take the example of a seed. You bury it in the ground, and it looks like nothing is happening. But under the soil, roots are spreading in directions the eye cannot see. That's favor. You may feel buried, hidden, unseen, but in reality, something is spreading your name. Something is expanding your influence underground, and when the time is right, it will break through the surface for everyone to see. The problem many people face is impatience. They want instant recognition, instant promotion, instant success. But favor works in timing. Sometimes you are not in the room yet because the room is not ready for you. Sometimes the opportunity has not shown up yet because the people you need to meet are still being positioned. But while you wait, conversations are happening. Decisions are being made. Paths are being cleared. Just because you can't see the evidence doesn't mean it's not happening. I want you to picture this in your own life right now. As you listen, your name could be on someone's lips in another city, another country, another organization. Someone is remembering the value you added. Someone is recognizing the excellence you displayed. Someone is telling a story about you that you don't even know is being told. And one day soon, that conversation will turn into a phone call, that phone call into a meeting, that meeting into an opportunity, and that opportunity into a breakthrough you didn't see coming. That's why you cannot afford to live carelessly. Every action, every word, every decision matters because you never know which moment is the seed of favor. Treat people well, even if you think they have nothing to offer. Work with excellence, even if you think nobody will notice. Show up with integrity, even if the room is empty, because favor is watching and favor is faster than your feet. It will carry your name further than you could ever carry yourself. Preparation is the secret ingredient of greatness. Too many people are waiting for the spotlight before they start practicing, waiting for the opportunity before they start developing discipline, waiting for the door before they start acting like they belong in the room. That is the tragedy of life. Many people miss their moment because they spent their waiting season being idle instead of being prepared. If your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet, your greatest responsibility is not to sit back and relax, but to get ready for the call when it comes. Because when the door finally opens, it won't be time to rehearse. It will be time to perform. Think about a musician. The ones who last, the ones who make history, are not the ones who only practice when the stage is booked. They practice when the lights are off. They rehearse when nobody is listening. They perfect their art in the lonely hours when nobody is clapping, nobody is cheering, and nobody is paying attention. And then one day, the curtain rises, and people call them on overnight success. What they don't see is that the success was years in the making, hidden in the preparation that no one applauded. Preparation is proof of expectation. If you truly believe that something great is coming, you will live like it's on the way. You will sharpen your skills, guard your character, build your discipline, and align your habits with the future you see. But if you are not preparing, it means you don't really believe. You can't pray for opportunity and live in laziness at the same time. You can't expect a platform and then despise the practice ground. Let me give you a simple picture. Imagine a young athlete who dreams of playing professional basketball. He can't just wait for a scout to show up at his high school game. He has to train before the scout arrives. He has to practice free throws when the gym is empty. He has to run drills when his friends are sleeping. He has to study the game when nobody is calling his name. Because when the scout finally does show up, they're not looking for potential. They're looking for preparation. They're not impressed with what you say you can do. They're watching to see if you've already built it into your lifestyle. The same principle applies in life. You say you want to be promoted, but are you preparing yourself with leadership skills now? You say you want to run a business, but are you studying how businesses are built? Even when no one is paying you, you say you want to be a speaker, but are you refining your voice in front of the mirror when nobody is listening? Your preparation is the evidence that you are serious about your future. One of the most dangerous lies you can tell yourself is, I'll get ready when the opportunity comes. No, by the time the opportunity comes, it will be too late to get ready. The door won't wait for you to prepare. It will open, and if you are not ready, it will close again. The saddest thing in life is to finally hear your name called, only to discover that you don't have the discipline, the knowledge, or the courage to stand in the place that has been prepared for you. Opportunity does not respect excuses. It rewards preparation. Preparation is not glamorous. It's not shiny. It doesn't get likes, shares, or applause. It looks like discipline when nobody's watching. It looks like studying when your friends are partying. It looks like working on your craft while others are wasting their time. Preparation is lonely, but it is never wasted. Every drop of sweat, every page of study, every hour of practice is a deposit in your future account. And when the time comes, you will withdraw greatness from what you've stored up in the secret place. Think of it this way. If you were invited to a royal dinner tomorrow, you wouldn't wait until you got there to decide what to wear, how to act, or how to speak. You would prepare beforehand because you know the environment requires a higher standard. Life works the same way. The rooms your name is being spoken in are royal rooms, rooms of influence, rooms of power, rooms of opportunity. Don't wait until you walk through the door to start adjusting. Prepare now, because when you arrive, you will be expected to perform at the level of the room. Daily life gives us endless reminders of this. The student who studies consistently, even when exams feel far away, walks into the test with confidence. The chef who practices recipes day after day is ready when the restaurant is packed with customers. The mother who trains her child patiently each day doesn't panic when challenges come because preparation has already built resilience in her. The businessman who learns financial principles before wealth comes is able to keep it when wealth finally arrives. Preparation is never wasted energy. It is stored power. The truth is, greatness is not built on the stage. It is revealed on the stage. It is built in the shadows of discipline, the silence of practice, and the consistency of preparation. What you do when nobody is watching determines what you can do when everybody is watching. Every platform is just a mirror reflecting the preparation that happened long before. That's why you cannot afford to be casual with your life right now. If you believe your future is great, then treat your preparation with the seriousness it deserves. Excellence must be your lifestyle, not your event. Discipline must be your daily bread, not your occasional effort. Because when the platform comes, when the invitation arrives, when the opportunity shows up, there will be no time to start learning. You must already be ready. There are moments in life when it feels like everything you have been waiting for is taking too long. You have been working, praying, planning, preparing, and yet the door you expect to open seems locked. The dream you carry feels delayed. You see others being called ahead of you, receiving opportunities, stepping into their moment, and you are left asking, why not me? Why is my breakthrough taking so long? What you must understand is that delay is not denial. Timing is not punishment. Timing is strategy. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't happen. Sometimes the greatest blessings in life are the ones that arrive later than you expected, but exactly when you needed them most. Think about planting a seed. You can water it, nurture it, and check the soil every day. But no matter how much you want it to, that seed will not sprout overnight. It takes time. It must push through the darkness beneath the soil. It must grow roots before it grows leaves. It must establish strength beneath the surface before it can show beauty above the surface. If you dig it up because you think it's taking too long, you destroy what was quietly developing. Life is the same way. Just because you don't see visible progress doesn't mean growth isn't happening underground. Delay is often protection. What you are asking for may be good, but sometimes you are not ready to carry the weight of it yet. If success comes before you have the maturity to handle it, it won't bless you, it will crush you. Have you ever seen someone win the lottery overnight? Many of them end up broke within a few years. Why? Because money arrived before character was built. Opportunity showed up before discipline was formed. Doors opened before the foundation was strong enough to stand. The delay you are experiencing may not be punishment, it may be preparation to ensure you don't lose what you've been waiting for. Take the example of a student. They may dream of becoming a doctor, they may be passionate, excited, and ready to make an impact. But if you put them in a hospital with patients on their first day of class, they would be overwhelmed. The delay of years of study, training, and sleepless nights in classrooms and libraries is not to stop them from their dream. It is to make sure they are equipped to fulfill it when the time comes. Destiny has the same requirement. The wait is not a denial. It is the training ground that ensures you don't collapse under the weight of your own dream. Sometimes the delay isn't even about you. It's about the room you're supposed to enter. Imagine being hired for a role that doesn't exist yet. Imagine being introduced to people who aren't in position yet. What looks like a pause in your life may actually be the alignment of circumstances outside of your control. The connections you need, the doors you will walk through, the people who will advocate for you, they are all being positioned. While you are waiting, puzzle pieces are being arranged so that when you step forward, everything fits perfectly. Think about construction. When you pass a building site, it often looks like nothing is happening. For months, you may only see dirt, scaffolding, and a foundation. But underground, wires are being laid, plumbing is being connected, and the structure is being secured. If you only looked at the surface, you'd think there was no progress. But the hidden work is the most important. When the building finally rises, it can stand tall because the foundation was prepared. The delay you are in is not wasted time, it's foundational time. Something is being set in place that eyes cannot see. The challenge with delay is that it tests your patience, your faith, and your discipline. It is easy to believe when things are moving fast. It is easy to be motivated when the results show up quickly. But true character is proven in the waiting room of life. Will you stay consistent when it looks like nothing is happening? Will you stay excellent when the applause is absent? Will you stay faithful when the spotlight is dim? Because those who can endure delay without losing faith are the ones who qualify for destiny without losing themselves in the process. There are countless examples around us. The author who kept writing even when publishers rejected them until one day the right publisher called and their book changed millions of lives. The athlete who trained for years without recognition until one opportunity came and the world called them a champion. The entrepreneur who failed several times before building the company that transformed industries. If they had mistaken delay for denial, they would have quit before the breakthrough came. The difference between those who succeed and those who stop is often not talent. It is endurance through delay. Sometimes you have to remind yourself the delivery is in progress. Just like when you order something online, you don't see the truck, you don't see the driver, you don't see the movement, but you trust that what you ordered is on the way. You don't cancel the order just because it hasn't arrived in 2 days. You wait because you know it is coming. Life is the same way. Just because you cannot track the movement doesn't mean the promise is not in transit. The delay is not denial, it is delivery in progress. The truth is, destiny is rarely rushed. Anything that lasts is built slowly. Anything valuable takes time. Diamonds are not formed in a day. They are pressed under pressure for years. Trees don't grow overnight. They stand tall after seasons of growth. Even the strongest structures in the world were built through careful design, planning, and patience. If you want your destiny to last, you cannot resent the delay. You must embrace it as part of the process. Every great story has a turning point, a moment when the waiting season gives way to the arrival of destiny. And right now, you are standing on the edge of that moment. You may not see it with your natural eyes, but something is moving in the unseen. Your name is circulating in conversations you haven't heard yet. Decisions are being made in rooms you haven't entered. Opportunities are being arranged with your name written on them in bold letters. The delay was never about denial. It was always about divine preparation. I want you to feel this deeply. Your struggle was not wasted. Your waiting was not wasted. Your tears were not wasted. Every silent night, every hidden season, every lonely battle has been building a version of you that is stronger, wiser, and sharper. You were not buried, you were planted. And now the soil is about to break open, and the world will see the greatness that has been developing inside you all along. Listen carefully. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to walk away. Too many people stop just before the breakthrough. Too many people abandon the journey right when they were about to turn the corner. You cannot afford to quit here. You've come too far, you've fought too hard, you've survived too much to stop now. You must remind yourself daily the darkest night always comes before the sunrise, the heaviest rain falls just before the rainbow, and the greatest pressure happens just before the breakthrough. Your life is about to shift gears. The places where you were ignored will soon call you back with honor. The rooms where you were once overlooked will now seek your presence. The tables that once had no seat for you will now rearrange themselves to fit you in. That's the power of timing. That's the power of destiny. That's the power of believing that the delay was working for you, not against you. You see, every champion you admire today once had a season when nobody clapped for them. Every great leader once had a season when nobody listened. Every success story once had a chapter of waiting, of frustration, of hidden preparation. What separates them from the rest is that they refused to confuse delay with denial. They kept moving, they kept building, they kept sharpening their gift, even when no one was watching. And when the door finally opened, they didn't just walk through it, they ran through it fully ready. This is your story too. You are not behind schedule, you are on schedule. You are not forgotten, you are being prepared. You are not ignored, you are being positioned. The world may not know your name yet, but it will. The stage may not be ready for you yet, but it will be. And when that moment comes, you will not arrive as a beginner. You will arrive as a masterpiece shaped by every delay, every struggle, every lesson, and every hidden season you've endured. So stand tall and lift your head. Walk with the confidence of someone who knows that destiny has not forgotten them. Remind yourself every single day, my name is being spoken where my feet have not yet walked. My future is preparing itself for me, and I am preparing myself for it. Delay is not denial. Delay is strategy. Delay is building me into the person who will not just enter the room, but will own it when I get there. The world is waiting for the fullness of your greatness. The rooms are ready to echo your name. The stage is being set. And when you arrive, you won't have to introduce yourself. Your gift, your character, and your preparation will do the speaking for you. You were born for this moment. You were created for greatness. The waiting season is over, and the unveiling season has begun. Now is the time to walk boldly, to live fearlessly, to step into every room with the conviction that you belong there, because your name has already gone ahead of you, and your destiny is already in motion.